here at the Conference Suites. I'm with Krishna. He's the general manager.
No, I like to call
Or
myself
the most humble worker.
I don't like the term general manager or manager.
Oh, my name is Stefania. I'm going to let him give a brief introduction of himself.
Okay, it's a Comfort Inn and Suites El Centro, and we have two buildings. We have a total 110 rooms. And our culture is a little different from other hotels. We are not like very formal or anything. We treat our guests as our family members. And our philosophy is if our guests are happy, we are happy, we get the repeat business. And that way we work. Last year we did tremendously good, and our performance was better than any of our competitors in this valley. And this year also, January, February, March, we are almost 100% in the weekdays. During the weekend, we are not that much full because El Centro is not a tourist attraction. So most of the occupancy we get from the workers. You can just switch.
Thank you. Well, today the questions that we have for you are more about human resources, like the recruitment methods that you use and what kind of techniques you have, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
To help us understand better how does it work inside of the hospitality industry. Well, I would like to ask you who usually conducts the interviews.
It's usually Sam, who is the owner here, and me. So both of us take part in that process, the recruiting process. Our philosophy is a little different from the conventional recruiting process. We don't see the degree of the person or other thing. Of course, there is a minimum requirement, but the main thing we look for, what's the life force working inside that person, how much enthusiastic that person is, how positive he is in his work. Because we believe that if the person is positive in his or her attitude and has enough life force, whatever work or whatever assignment is given, if that person tries to finish that with the best of his capability, then automatically he will progress and it will be really good. I can give you an example. We have one housekeeper, and she was really very energetic, working good, and we promoted her to front desk clerk. And maybe one day he will be the manager, she will be the manager. So that's the way we work. And here, even if we hire a manager here, we explain that that person needs to do all the work. I mean, that person needs to know from housekeeping to maintenance, everything. Though that person won't be doing those things, but everyone should know everything. And here we think that every one of us, we work not for a company, not for a manager, but we all work for God. Whether you call it God or Almighty or whatever different term you give. And when we do our job properly, automatically we get elevated, not by our manager, not by that company. Automatically the situation will be created, you will be elevated to the next level. So that's the philosophy we follow.
Also, how many interviews must a candidate go through before being considered to the position that you have?
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah. We don't need 3-4 series of interviews. No, just one interview.
Okay, and what are some of the interview methods that you handle?
If you can explain specifically.
Of course, like one-on-one interview, do you have maybe the owner and yourself?
Usually, what we do, the candidate comes here, fills up the application or the email the resume, and after that we call the candidate, ask to come here for face-to-face interview. And sometimes the owner and myself, both of us, sit together with the candidate and talk to the candidate. And after that,
So
and
it's
sometimes
it's
myself,
both of you. Or
yeah, sometimes.
And let's see. Are the physical appearance of the candidate an issue for you? What do you take in consideration when you first meet a candidate?
First, when you meet the candidate, definitely we can expect that that candidate should be extrovert because it's a hospitality industry, and the candidate needs to interact with our customers with a smiling face. Though I am not a very extrovert person, I myself is introvert. But sometimes, but it's a combination. It's the internal smartness and external both. It's a combination. The candidate needs to be good in math also, and also customer cares. So for math, we don't need extrovert candidate, but we need both attributes in one candidate.
Of course.
So,
Do you believe that there is a proper attire that they have to wear before presenting for the interview?
definitely. I mean, just formal that's better. But we are not very particular about that. But I can give you one example. One candidate came with just shorts and t-shirt for handing over the resume. That definitely not a good impression.
Of course.
So, that type of thing.
Okay. When you conduct the interview, do you have like a structure, like the set of questions that you need to ask them, or do you allow it to be more freely between the interview and the interviewer?
We don't follow that standard procedure of a set of questions or like that. We just start talking to the candidate, try to bring out the personality, try to see how he handles in difficult situation, what will be that person's attitude. So that's the.
Okay. Also, what kind of specifications or qualifications would you look if you were looking for a general manager? Besides from knowing all the departments.
Definitely, for general manager, we need graduate.
Of course. Okay, let's see.
I'm a bachelor's degree.
Okay. And how much of experience does he have to have? Like, are you looking for a certain number of years, or just that he's a graduate?
Actually, it doesn't matter. Sometimes I have seen that experience becomes a burden on the shoulder. Without any experience, a candidate can do really good, and sometimes experience helps.
Okay.
And especially when the candidate works with us, we always try to make the candidate comfortable in this environment. Also, we make sure that the candidate is learning something new. And in this hospitality industry, especially, I have seen, not everywhere, that they don't want the employees to learn new things so that they can retain. But our philosophy is not like that. If they leave, that's fine. They have learned something new, and while learning, they have worked also. They have applied that knowledge. So that's a win-win situation.
Okay. And for the last question, it would be, where do you post your vacancies? Do you have them in a bulletin board, or in which media do you post them?
Usually we do it in that Chamber of Commerce billboard, and also that Imperial Valley newspaper.
Okay.
These are the mainly.
Okay.
And
Well,
we also get a lot of walk-ins.
okay.
And walk-ins are also sometimes